Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Erika. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I missed you. Guys, for today's video, I'm going to be talking about baby reindeer. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen this Netflix series. It has been super popular. Esta serie apenas salió en abril 11 de este año, so it's super new. And when I saw this, dude, my emotions, they were all over the place. It's just fucking crazy. You need to see it. If you have Netflix, make sure you watch Baby Reindeer. And what makes it different is that Richard God, he's actually the one that experienced this story. Y él está contando su historia y actuando su propia historia. Like, dude, imagine how triggering that must have felt for him. Y para los que no han visto esta serie, I'm gonna do a quick little summary for you. La neta, I don't even know where to start para contarles sobre esta historia. Basically, esta historia es sobre Richard God, who is playing the character Donnie, but yes, this did happen to Richard. Donnie works at a pub in London. Él se había movido para London to pursue his career as a comedian, which wasn't doing really good, so he ended up getting a job at the pub. Y un día estaba trabajando casual, entró una señora llorando y le preguntó que si iba a querer algo de tomar. The lady, which is Martha, she was like, oh, I don't have money. Le dio lástima, así que le ofreció un té on the house. Y después de ahí, cuando le ofreció ese puto té, pobrecito, pero de ahí salió cagado. Por buena gente salió cagado. That lady ended up becoming so obsessed with him, dude, que empezó a ir todos los días. Entraba a trabajar y ahí estaba sentada. And expecting for him to give him something to drink on the house. Like, agarró confianza, dude, bien confianzuda. Martha eventually starts showing that she's catching feelings. So all it took was him to give her a cup of tea y se enamoró en chinga. Like, dude, he was just being buena gente. Y ya después se obsesiona machín and things start getting fucking crazy, dude. She starts calling him Baby Reindeer, which is why the title is Baby Reindeer. Porque yo también cuando escuché de esta serie, me quedé como, chinga, why is it called Baby Reindeer? But le dice así de cariño porque dice que Richard le recordaba de un juguetito que tenía, un plushie, cuando era niña, que era un bebé reno. So she's basically like, you remind me of my baby reindeer. Y pues bien volada le quiere decir así. And apparently she would always hold that baby reindeer when her parents were arguing. So she was really attached to that baby reindeer. Keep in mind, this lady is almost 2 decades older than him. Richard was only 23 years old when Martha started going to the pub. Y él también se empezó a dar cuenta que ella lo quería, pero él le cortaba el rollo. He would drop hints like, lady, I just see you as a friend. And she would not pick up on those hints, dude. And what sucks es que él era bien buena gente, dude. Por eso ella se aprovechaba. Y también she was a lawyer. And she knew ways to gaslight him and to keep stalking him. La vieja está bien obsesionada, está media loca, and she ends up asking Richard for his number. Y Richard le dice, oh, you can have my email. No, hombre, pues olvídate, dude. She sent a total of 41,000 emails. Yes, dude, 41,000. And not only that, Martha ended up getting Richard's phone number y le mandaba mensajes de voz, mensajes de texto, le mandaba mensajes a su familia, lo amenazaba, le decía, le voy a decir a tu familia esto y otro. She thought she was in a relationship with him, dude. It was a total of 350 voice messages, 744 tweets. Yes, she did find his social media pages, and 48 Facebook messages and 106 letters. Dude, un putero. And what's super interesting is that they actually used the emails that Martha was sending Richard with typos and everything. Mira, aquí les voy a dejar unos para que vean, y le mandaba cosas bien pinches raras, which people actually find kind of funny, porque al final de los emails ponía sent from iPhone. Y güey, ni siquiera tenía un iPhone. Se alucinaba que tenía un iPhone. They also said this lady had a bunch of cell phones, which I'm guessing it was to stalk people. And when all of this was getting out of hand, Richard ended up looking her up on Google. And guess what? She had been to prison before for stalking. She had charges against her. Richard was dealing with a lawyer and a professional stalker. También en esta serie, she ends up SA-ing Richard, which was a super disturbing and sad and shocking part. La neta me dieron ganas de llorar cuando miré esa parte, porque dije pinche vieja. Y después de eso, it takes Richard a really long time to report her. Y es porque por buena gente. So he let this happen for a really long time because he felt bad for her. Él sentía que she didn't know better, and because he did think that she was mentally ill. Which, to be honest, I feel like that's not an excuse, especially for SAing someone. Because, and, dude, mucha gente se ofende cuando digo esto. Because I had said this about Gypsy Rose's ex-boyfriend. I said he was rarito, and I did not say that because he had autism. Like, that had nothing to do with that. I said he was rarito because this guy had fantasies of murdering someone and then sleeping with them. Doesn't that make someone weird? Dude, so I really feel like being a little mentally ill or being autistic, it doesn't give people the excuse to be a shitty person or a weird person. Yo pienso que la gente que es mala, period. And I know I'm not the only one that thinks like this, because I actually found an article on Reddit de personas con autismo, and they were saying that they felt really offended that people were backing up Gypsy Rose's ex-boyfriend for being autistic. They were like, yeah, he didn't know better. And they were like, yo, what the fuck? Do people think this is a normal thing when they are so much smarter than that? Esa es mi humilde opinión. Yo pienso que las personas que son mierda y ya. But anyways, like I was saying, since it took Richard so long to report Martha, even the cops were questioning him. Y de por sí casi no le creían porque era un hombre reportando a una mujer. Y pues ya te imaginas, the cops were probably thinking, oh, it's just una pinche pareja tóxica reportándose. Like, no, dude, esto es en serio. También enseñan sobre el pasado de Richard and the reason why it took so long for him to report Martha. And it's because he was actually the word R, by a guy that worked in a TV show. Y como el sueño de Richard era ser un comediante, pues ese güey se aprovechaba de él y he would R-word Richard. That part was so fucking sad, dude, because there is actually a lot of people in the entertainment que como son ya gente, pues, cacagrandes, ya gente con poder y con números, se aprovecha de la gente con sueños. And honestly, I believe Richard 100% because there's a lot of people like that. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've had weird ass dudes try to talk to me when I was just starting, and it's sketchy, dude. It's sketchy. Se aprovechan de gente que tiene sueños y quiere salir adelante. Porque se juntan con personas así porque piensan, oh, esta persona they have connects, they could bring me opportunities. And, you know, people are trying to make it out of the hood. Pero pues hay gente que no conviene como esa persona que se aprovechó de Richard. And well, since Richard didn't report the guy that R-word him, he felt guilty for reporting Martha. He was like, why am I gonna report Martha if I didn't report the other guy who did something just as bad? So, esta serie, it covers sexual assault. It is triggering and it looks super realistic. Overall, my respects to all the actors because they made everything seem so realistic. Like, dude, Martha, Jessica Gunning did that. Like, cómo se ríe, cómo se mete en su papel. La neta, qué chingón.
I have to stop right now. Fucking back off, Martha.
And also, Richard shows that it took him so long to report Martha because he felt so alone. Él se sentía tan solo que hasta él pensaba, at least this person sees me how I wish the world would see me, how he wishes the world would see him. Y más como ella se reía de sus chistes de más porque quería quedar bien. And he wanted to be a comedian, so he was like, hey, I'm probably a funny guy, you know? It would make him feel good. There was also a time at the pub where Martha kind of became the joke y le decían a Richard como, oh, mira, güey, es tu novia type of thing. And Richard would just laugh it off. Richard's co-workers le empezaron a volar más con Richard as a joke. Richard did say something to kind of joke along with it. I forgot what the joke was, but Richard ended up saying, I'll hang your curtains to Martha. It was like a joke de doble sentido. And dude, después de ahí, se empezó a volar más. Richard was like, oh my god, what the fuck did I just do? Porque no mames, con gente así no se puede jugar. Todos se lo van a tomar literal. Towards the end of the story, Martha does end up getting really aggressive, que hasta se madrea a la novia de Richard, la humilla because she was a transgender woman, and Martha was fucking homophobic, y aparte de eso estaba ardida. She then finds out where Richard lives y está sentada in a bus stop across the street every day, to a point where she almost froze outside. She would be there waiting for him to pass by and come out his house every single day. Shortly after that, Richard does end up pressing charges. Thank God. Dude, I got so happy when he stood up for himself because I was like, dude, ya estuvo bueno. Sometimes we need to learn que por buena gente, la gente se aprovecha y salimos cagados. No salimos cagados, salimos zurrados. Zurrados, dude. Si le das la mano a una persona mierda, te agarra la otra mano y te avienta. So this show is a good reminder to remember that you don't have to be too nice, and that's okay. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to speak up. It's okay if you feel a certain way because someone's making you clearly uncomfortable to a point where you need to say something, even if it comes off mean, para poner tu límite. Porque si no, las personas te tragan viva. And well, now that days have passed after Baby Reindeer came out, it turns out that fans found out who the real Martha is. No, dude, because I feel like it's contradicting, because esta serie is about stalking. So people went to go lurk and basically, well, not really, kind of stalk the real life Martha. And her real name is Fiona Harvey. They actually found her because of her tweets. She had at Richard y le puso algo de que hang my curtains. I'm like, bruh, I cannot believe that tweet was still up. And there's so many other tweets of her tweeting Richard. Pero no, dude, porque esto se pone bueno. Ahora resulta that the real life Martha, she's saying everything is a lie. That everything is fake. And that Richard is psychotic. That he's fucking crazy. That he made this up. That she never called or texted or nothing like that. Now, I'm gonna let you guys be the judge of this. Les voy a poner una partecita because they did interview her. And a lot of people say that it looks like if she's lying.
This is completely incorrect. There may have been a couple of emails, but...
Y ahora ella está que no aguanta, and she's saying that she's gonna sue Richard and Netflix because they ruined her life. A part of me is like, para que veas cómo se siente when someone ruins your life. If anything, more like holding her accountable. Because she, on the other hand, did ruin Richard's life. And you know what I thought was weird? Fiona said that she changed her name. Her name used to be Fiona Muir, something like that. Fiona Moore. Ay, no sé cómo decirlo, but I'm gonna write it here. So that was her name. But she changed her name to Fiona Harvey. And some people are skeptical about that. They're like, yo, what if she changed her name to cover up her tracks from her past? Because she's saying that she's never been to jail either. I don't know, dude. Esto está raro. Yo no sé qué creer. Pero de que actúa como Martha from the show, she does.
I haven't seen the actress. We're both Scottish. We've both got dark hair. She's considerably younger than me, I think.
She really fucking does. She also keeps saying that she has never watched the show. And she repeats that so much throughout the whole interview, which I call bullshit.
Have you watched the drama?
Not at all. I've heard about the court scene, about the jail sentencing.
Because, dude, no mames, if I find out that someone did a show about me, especially if I'm guilty, yo lo voy a ver. You know what? If anything, even if I'm not guilty, de pinche chismosa lo voy a ver. I'm gonna be like, a ver qué pusieron de mí. And then again, if she hasn't watched the show, según, why the fuck is she suing him and Netflix? Le quedó el saco por eso.
Now, again, there is obviously a resemblance. Well, I don't mean to flatter you or not flatter you. I just think there is.
Y según dice ella, I just sent a couple of emails, probably like 10.
So, I'm sorry?
Who has sent all this stuff to him?
I've no idea. I think he's probably made it up himself.
I think it sounds like she's lying. Pero no sé. También no me quiero meter en broncas, pero it looks like she's lying, huh? I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below. She also says that she only met Richard 2 or 3 times. Like, then if you met someone only 2 or 3 times, Why are you assuming that this series is about you? Also, why the fuck would she accept an interview? She probably likes the attention, but she's only digging herself deeper in a hole. Dude, también I heard that an interviewer had contacted her, and after the interview, she basically started low-key stalking him. Le empezó a mandar un chingo de mensajes. Y también dicen que un sobrino de ella, que se llama Kyle, and they do have the same last name. This is just something that I heard, by the way. Kyle Moore, her old last name, que es el apellido de su papá, he exposed her for lying. And he was like, my tía. He was basically like, my tía's a fucking chismosa. She has been to prison. No sé, dude, se me hace que esta señora es bien inventada y no sé qué creer. So far, Fiona is denying everything y dice que Richard está loco. And about that, they actually found a video of a comedy show that Richard had. And you can hear Fiona laughing in the background. Y se ríe así igualita que Martha. She's like, I was like, bruh, ain't no way. I do want to point out that Richard did say on his Instagram story, he asked fans to not look for anyone from the Baby Reindeer series, basically to not do research, porque todos en chinga tipo querían justicia para Richard, and they were like, we need to find out who was the real life Martha, who was the real life, that one fucking fucker that are Richard. But apparently people got the wrong person when it came to the guy, and they were basically harassing a random person that was involved in entertainment and all of that. But yeah, dude, this is pretty much my thoughts about Baby Reindeer. If you haven't seen it, dude, you need to see it, because there is so much more than what I explained. And if you see it, you're gonna get me more. I just think it's fucking crazy how they found the real life Martha. Y se parece un chingo. Ay, ella in the interview, she tries to act so unbothered. She's like, no, never. I never did it. Baby Reindeer. I don't sound like her, huh? Do I? And yeah, guys, this is it for today's video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe. A lot of you guys watch my videos and you guys aren't subscribed. So please, please, please help me. Give me a thumbs up and turn on your notifications. Follow me in all my social medias, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.